In our last session, we talked about the gospel and trying to define it, that the gospel is about Jesus. And it's the stories about Jesus. And particularly, the gospel is those stories that are connecting the good news with the cultures that we're engaging. And now, I want to spend some time in the book of Acts. In fact, what I'd like to do is just simply encourage you to do this exercise. You'll see just below this text, or below this video, some text of the gospel messages that the Apostle Paul shared in different contexts. And what I'd like for you to do, and there'll be a downloadable chart or table that you can use to do this exercise, is to read through those gospel messages and make note of the differences between how Paul shares the gospel with those in the Jewish context and how Paul shares the gospel with those in the Gentile context. And I hope, in fact, I believe, and if I were a betting person, I would bet that you're going to see that there is a distinction between the way in which the good news is shared to the Gentiles and the way in which the good news is shared to the Jews. What this communicates to us is much like I shared earlier in relationship to the Gospel of John. Our challenge is to ask that question: how is the gospel good news to the people we are engaging? And it demands the hard work of what we will call missiological exegesis, as well as reflection, to be able to identify those stories about Jesus that will connect with particular cultural issues that the people we are engaging are addressing. And so for now, let me encourage you to look at those different gospel messages. Use this as a time of meditation, perhaps even a time of encouragement, to see how Paul, as a missionary whose desire was to declare God's glory, whose passion was to see the gospel connected with the people, use this time as an encouragement and as a meditation time to see what it was that Paul did to connect Jesus to the people he was engaging.